feel free to like interrupt me if you have a question about anything. And yeah, so welcome to Intro to Engineering. I just put that music in right before, like as everyone was coming, just like make it like not awkward. So yeah. Oh, okay. So what we're doing today. So today, you're just gonna get to know me. I'm gonna be your instructor for the next 6-7 weeks. I'm just gonna do a quick poll from all of you, just like basic stuff. So I just won't be like me talking. And then today we're doing an intro to engineering, so like a basic intro of like what it is, like what are the career prospects and stuff. And we're just gonna take like a little poll thing, not play Kahoot, so that it's just something interesting. And just some course rules to go over. So ask questions, so don't hesitate to interrupt me. Oh, okay, never mind. So don't hesitate to interrupt me if you have any questions. And if you have a question, then it's likely someone else will have one. And participate. So sorry about that. Okay, so participate. It just won't be me talking the whole time. And this would be like super boring. So if you want to say something that you have like a fun fact or anything, something to share. And just third, it's like no cell phones, because like you're here to like gain some knowledge about it, and if you're like distracted, then you're not gonna learn anything. So just some basic things, nothing really strict. It's like a really chill class. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna learn some stuff, hopefully. So yeah. Why is it not okay? And so if you haven't seen the video, the basic curriculum's gonna be, today is the first week, which is intro to engineering. Next week we're gonna do chemical engineering, the week after mechanical engineering. Then the fourth week we're gonna do civil engineering. The fifth week we're gonna go over electrical engineering, and the sixth week we're gonna go over interdisciplinary studies, which is basically like combining, maybe like you wanna go into medicine, but you also like engineering. So you would do something else and engineering, probably maybe combine like biology and like some type of engineering or something like that. And we're gonna go in more depth with all these fields in the next few weeks. Today it's gonna be a basic definition, but over the next few weeks we're gonna go over all of these and you're gonna get to know more. I know there's a lot of fields in engineering, but these 4-5-ish are the big broad ones, and all the other fields fall into these broad fields. And so instead of making like this class last like a few, probably like 2 or 3 months, if I would just make it like really short, really chill, and include all the subfields in these big main fields. So yeah. All right, so the first thing for today is getting to know me. So, hi, my name is Sanjana. I'm from Northern Virginia. I'm a rising 11th grader. I'm in engineering high school. That's why I know a lot about it. I know there's not a lot of engineering high school courses if you're in high school or middle school. There's not a lot of courses. Most of them are either like drawing or like IT and stuff. And some of my favorite shows are Grey's Anatomy, Fuller House, etc., etc. And some things I do are play the piano, bake random stuff, and destroy my oven, because that's fun. Okay. That doesn't work. All right, so instead of like going around, I'm just gonna do a quick poll and we're all just gonna get to know each other. It's just, if I can figure this out, sorry. All right, so, sorry, I'm just trying to, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna create a poll somehow. I'm gonna pause share, create a poll. All right, just give me a few seconds, this is being hard. But in the meantime, everyone can just like put in the chat either privately to me or to everyone else, what's your name and where are you from? Can people hear me? Oh, okay. Hi, Nitya from Massachusetts. It's cool. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Anyone else? Oh, hi, Angela. Angela's from Vermont. That's cool. Hi, Catherine. So Catherine's here. She's from Maryland. Hi, Jade and Ella. Oh, so we have a lot of females in STEM. Let's go. Ooh, Maryland, another Maryland. That's cool. Hi, Bhavya from Washington State. Wow, it's like the other coast. It must be like 2 p.m. there. Hi, Arissa, New York. Okay, that's cool. Hi, Shri. You're also from Washington State. That's cool. All right, you know what? We're just gonna scrap the poll and we're just gonna do it in the chat because I cannot operate stuff. Okay, yes, Nitya. I think you already responded, but yeah, cool. So we have, I hope everyone's responded. I'll give you like, I think everyone has responded. We have quite some people in here. We have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, I think 8 students, and then the rest of them are from the Myri-Ed team. All right, that's cool. Where they're from. All right, so my next question for you guys is oh, you're a rising senior. That's cool. All right, so yeah, so Nitya just set me up for the next one. I was gonna say, what grade are you in and what are some things you like to do in your free time? That's my next question. So you can just either put it privately or to everyone. It's up to you. So whoever's iPhone said they're in 7th grade and they like cooking. Cooking sounds fun. I can't cook at all, even though I try to. Arissa's a sophomore and she likes drawing and playing music. I like to play. What instrument do you play? Just curious, because. Oh, cool. You play the piano and violin. I used to play the violin, and I currently play the piano right now. So that's cool. Elle and Jade are rising 6th and 3rd grade. Baking sounds fun. A lot of us like to bake. That's cool. You know, structural engineers are the people that design ovens and the equipment that you guys use to bake. So, fun fact, it's cool. She's a sophomore and she likes to draw and hang out with her friends. And same with Bhavya. It's cool. Oh, Bhavya's a rising junior. I'm a rising junior too. But I already told you that. All right, so we give like 30 more seconds for everyone to respond. And then I think I feel like everyone responded. All All right, so now that we all know a little bit about each other, I hope this is less awkward, just me talking. So I'm gonna keep going, okay? Wait, thumbs up. All right, so, oh, nice. Oh, so the first thing we're doing is Intro to Engineering. As we all know, Albert Einstein was a famous scientist and engineer. And so he once said, I know we're looking at quotes now, have fun. Scientists investigate that which already is. Engineers create that which has never been. Basically, what that means is, you know how scientists like discover new atoms and elements and stuff, right? Engineers take those new elements and discoveries and try to modify it or change it or put it into something that makes a product that everyone can use, that's like eco-friendly, sustainable, and just like all the components of like making a great product for everyone to use and that benefits people. So yeah. Great, want to go to the next one? So what really is engineering? So if you want to put in the chat, it's paused. Wait, I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go back. You know what? I'm gonna go back and go over that slide again. Sorry, that was just a mishap. Thank you for letting me know, Nithya. Okay, so Albert Einstein once said that scientists investigate that which already is. Engineers create that which has never been. And that's the quote that I just explained. All right, so before I go to the next slide, do you guys want to just take 30 seconds, write in the group chat, what do you think the definition of engineering is? It's like 30 seconds. So I'll just take 30 seconds. Anyone? Want to tell me what engineering is? It's like a really simple definition. I know it's really broad. Thank you for responding, Myri-Ed. Oh, all right, engineering is inventing something new and creating rather than studying. Yeah, so that's a great definition. Designing and creating things using STEM. That's also a great definition. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. So yeah, those are really two similar things. Ursa says, applying scientific and mathematical principles to develop solutions to problems. That's also a great definition. I think that's really similar to what I have on the next slide. iPhone says, sorry if I keep calling you iPhone, that's what it says here. I don't know why, but it's okay. Oh, iPhone's Angela, my bad, sorry. I'll remember that. So Angela says, designing new products. And yeah, that's a great definition too, like engineers design stuff. That's great. All right, so engineering is defined as a component of science technology that is associated with designing, building, and using engines, machines, and structures. And in simpler words, engineering is the use of science and math to make new things. Engineers design and build new things that have relevance to society, like how a lot of you have said in the group chat. And some examples of these are medical devices that doctors use to diagnose diseases, rockets launched into space, and like building buildings. And building structurally sound buildings can also go into like how everyone likes baking, like that's what engineers build, how to build the optimal oven or something. So if you guys want to take 30 seconds, think of any examples you have based on what I've given you as a definition and stuff. What do you guys think? Some examples of what you guys think engineers do. You can take a minute and do that. You guys want to put that in the chat? I'll put one that I think in the chat and then everyone else can do that too. CAD designs for packaging. Yeah. Build things like cars. Yeah, that's a great thing. That's also something engineers do. Mechanical engineers do that. CAD designs for packaging. That's also good. Designing new product. Oh. All right, so these are all great examples. Okay. I keep forgetting you have to press. I can't press the space bar. I have to press the cursor. All right, so these are just some stats about the field of engineering, the future of it. So as you can see, there's an average of a 20% job growth within from 2016 to 2026, the highest of which is biomedical engineering, which is 23%. And it's the fastest growing field because there's always the need to develop vaccines, develop scientific discoveries and stuff. The average starting salary of an engineer that's completed a bachelor's degree is $80,000. So as you can see, it's a really high starting salary. But of course, like, money isn't everything. So also passion and stuff like that. So I'm gonna throw this out there. All right, so in the United States, there are 70,000 people that receive bachelor's degrees from undergraduate colleges every single year. And in the world, I think it's like 1.3 million. So it's definitely growing. Within the past 10 years, it has grown from like a few 100,000 to like in the million. So as you can see, it's a hugely growing field. So the main fields of engineering, like how I was talking in the first thing above, are aerospace engineering, which is like designing airplanes, rockets, like anything that NASA does or Boeing or Airbus does. That's what aerospace engineers are. And so is mechanical engineering. Those two are kind of intertwined with each other. And then chemical engineering is the main field in which they're the main people that take discoveries from scientists and they try to develop products that help everyone. And then you have civil and environmental engineering, which involves creating eco-friendly and sustainable products. So maybe like taking something that a chemical engineer might make and trying to make it more eco-friendly, because obviously that benefits Earth. Then you have electrical and computer engineering, which is closely related to computer science, but isn't exactly computer science. I mean, it is, but like it isn't. And you're using software systems to develop apps and hardware. So like, as you can see, computer science and IT has a huge overlap with engineering. And then you have industrial engineering, which is like implementing systems and processes by integrating different entities. So this is like management, like project management or something like that. Then you have combining studies, which combines any of the above. And a lot of these fields, they relate to each other. Like, you're gonna have to, for example, like if someone an aerospace engineer at Boeing makes an airplane that can go much faster than the other airplanes, it may not be eco-friendly and it might like really pollute the earth. So you might need you might need an environmental engineer to help develop solutions that make it sustainable and eco-friendly. And sorry. You know what? This is being weird. I was still here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Again, sorry. View, present. All right. You also might have an electrical and computer engineer that's trying to develop like some sort of electrical board that's being implemented in an airplane, and you need that aerospace engineer to find the best way to implement it. So these are just some examples of how all of these fields are kind of intertwined, and being able to have knowledge in two or more different big fields is crucial to being successful in the engineering field. All right, so these are just some stats about people that graduate from people that get bachelor's degrees from colleges in different fields of engineering. So as you can see, mechanical and aerospace engineering are the most popular, and so are electrical and computer engineering. And then you have industrial, chemical, and civil, with like having a majority, but like not really. And you have the others being like 10%. All right, so this is just something. All right, before I keep talking, does anyone have any questions about anything? You can just type in the chat yes or no. If you have any questions, or you can talk. No questions? All right. Anyone else? Any questions? No? Okay. Any unique jobs? That's a good question. Any unique jobs? All right, so the question is, are there any unique jobs that you can get with engineering? So yeah, there are a lot of unique jobs that you can get with engineering. Like something that comes like right off the top of my head is you could get a job that combines two of these fields, and you could have a position where you're also consulting in environmental engineering, but also using chemistry and biological concepts to create like sustainable, like chemical related products. Actually, aerospace and mechanical are considered two distinct, huge fields. And so with both degrees, you could get a job as like a hardware aerospace engineer. That would be really cool. What are good ways to get an engineering degree? That's also a good question. So I'm gonna go into the more in depth with that in like future slides, but basically as a basic thing, best way is to get a bachelor's degree and then to go to grad school and to go to a college that is accredited by the Board of Engineering. And I'm gonna go more into that in the future slides. So yeah, those are really good questions. Probably things I wouldn't have thought of. Anyone else? What are good extracurriculars for engineering majors? Yeah, that's a really good question. No, you're good. You're good. It's good to ask questions. I'm glad you're asking questions. So some good extracurriculars. Okay, so some things that I'm doing are, the best thing I can think of is Science Olympiad, because it has a lot of engineering things. And some other good things are doing TSA, it's Technology Student Association. What else? I mean, I feel there's not a lot of extracurriculars in engineering. Yeah, First Robotics. First Robotics is also really good. There's VEX, there's, let's type it in. So there's VEX, there's Skills USA, there's FLL. There's a lot of like robotics competitions. There's also TSA. They have a How Did I Get Into Engineering High School? All right, so this engineering high school that I got into, it's a countywide high school, and it was a competitive application process. So I had to take the PSAT in 8th grade, and then what else did I have to do? Sorry, this is a really long time ago, but I had to take the PSAT. Then I had a couple teacher X, and then I had to take another like critical thinking test, and then they gave me an offer. So yeah, if you want to search it up, it's called the Academies of Loudon. If anyone's interested, I probably know it is. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Those are some really good questions. But I know there's a lot of countywide engineering schools, science schools, all over the USA and outside of the USA. If you're outside. Actually, no one, everyone here is from the United States. So There's a lot of them. If you like search enough, there's a lot out there. A lot of you might have heard of TJ, Thomas Jefferson. It's really near here. It's like in Fairfax. I recommend taking AP Physics. Wait, what grade are you in? Wait, I forgot. Oh, okay. I do, if you're going into engineering, I definitely do recommend taking AP Physics. I'm taking AP Physics Mechanics next year. I would recommend taking a calculus-based physics rather than an algebra-based physics because that's what you're going to get credit for in colleges. Yeah, either physics or, mechanics or EM. Oh, yeah, same. Yeah, it's like I have to take it, so I really don't have a choice, but I know AP Physics C is definitely much, much harder than AP Physics 1, but if you're going into engineering, it's definitely worth it because you're gonna get credit for a basic engineering class. So yeah, PLTW. Is that the one in New Jersey, I think? Oh, Project Lead the Way. Rochester, so that's New York. I mean, if you're I don't know much about it, but oh, it's dual enrollment. Then I would definitely look into it. I would recommend it because it's dual enrollment. DE is very highly looked upon. So, I mean, if you can apply for it, then it doesn't hurt to try, but yeah, if you wanna. But I don't know much about it. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Yeah. If you guys have any questions after session, you can always post them on Google Classroom, stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna move onto this slide. So I know someone before asked what are some unique jobs. So these are like the 10 big ones. I know a lot of you must know like research, development, design, testing, construction, consulting, but some of the unique ones I'd say are sales, like marketing these projects. So like you can make them, but you have to have people to know them. So you have to do something related to sales. That's unique. Education. You could go into teaching engineering, and without engineering teachers, we wouldn't have all these teachers in our like engineering schools. Like I wouldn't have an engineering teacher if there were no educational engineers. And you could have constructional engineering, like organizing bids and stuff. And yeah, these are just some basic things. This is like a little bit off of what people do. I mean, what the previous slide was. So yeah. And as you have questions, just put them in the chat. My chat just randomly stops working for no reason. So yeah. All right, so this is just some employment data in engineering. As you can see, in each field, most people end up going into the industry. Some people start working for themselves, and there's a variety of education, nonprofit. Some people go into the government, military, maybe like internationally, and just some other stuff. So most people end up going into the industry after college. People that usually have successful startups in college work for themselves. So in college, usually in engineering schools, they usually have a lot of opportunities for you to have like do a startup or something like that. And so if that's really successful, you end up working for yourself. I think that's really cool. So these are just some possible career paths that you can have in engineering. You could go up the corporate ladder, like in the previous slide, in the industry. You could become independent. You can be in the military. You could go into social service. You could teach, or you can go to grad school. Most people end up doing grad school along with works like part-time. but there are a lot of people that do grad school full-time. Yeah. So first, so I think the same person asked about getting like a college degree. So before you have a job, you need to have a degree. And engineering degrees there are a lot of schools in the USA that have engineering degrees that are approved by the Accreditation Board of Engineers, aka ABET. And if you get a degree from a school that is approved by this board, you can register for a professional engineering license, which is really valuable in fields such as like environmental and construction engineers. What classes? All right, so we have another question. What classes best prepare us for engineering, or what classes do people take to get an engineering degree? So I'm gonna go into each subject. So math, obviously, you're gonna need like calculus, something above that. In engineering, people will take like specific, like as you can see in this pie chart, they'll take a lot of math, a lot of science, like science as in like physics, chemistry. You'll take a lot of humanities classes because engineers need to be able to write. They need to be able to collaborate, which is communications. And they'll take some specialty classes and also some engineering-based science classes, like engineering science or like physical science. Yeah, good question. They'll usually have, I was about to say something, sorry. They'll usually have research projects that you do all the time in college, and those have like great opportunities to have more experience. All right, so the next question is, what are specialty classes? So specialty classes are like classes specific to your field. So you'll take like an aerospace engineering class or like an advanced aerospace engineering class. So those are just basically classes that are specific to your field. You go over computational complexity theory one day. Yeah, I'm gonna copy paste this. Yeah, so this is going to go in I'll put this in our electrical and computer engineering day. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll definitely go over it. I think it has a lot to do with computer engineering, so I have an entire day for that. Oh yeah. All right. I think that's, oh, sorry. So yeah, that's all. Sorry. So that's all I have for you guys. Wait, why did I do that? Uh-oh. All right, you know what? I'm gonna post a Google form, a really simple Google form for everyone to fill out. And this is just like a little exit ticket because this is all I have for you today. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat or the form, and we can do that. Okay.